You go first.
How you doing, guys? My name is Chef Tony Sharpe.
And I'm Pamela Sharpe, and welcome to Mad Dad's Phillies. Well, Mad Dad's Phillies has been in business since 2016, actually. We started with a sauce and seasoning brand, Mad Dad Sauces and Seasoning, and that was in 2016. And we sort of worked with a lot of local restaurants, and we decided that we wanted to take it to the next level, but we ended up having a major personal tragedy in our lives when my husband was hospitalized in 2022 for COVID. He was hospitalized for 2 months.
I was in a coma.
He was in a coma.
Yep.
Really on his deathbed, palliative care. I was getting phone calls every day about how he wouldn't make it, how his lungs were scarred, how his oxygen levels were really, really low. And it was a very, very scary time in our lives. And through prayer and family support, we prayed, and he woke up the day before his birthday, which was amazing. But that was the beginning of the journey, because he had to learn how to walk again,
occupational therapy,
talk again,
physical therapy, speech therapy, had to go through all that. So
all of that. So it started there, but we have a long journey. And so after his hospital stay, we had done a lot of like restaurant consulting together, helping a lot of businesses build their own brands. And throughout his recovery, we were having talks about how we've always wanted to do our own thing. We really wanted to take Mad Dad Sauces and Seasonings to another level. And you know, during his recovery, we said, you know, we're going to live our best lives. We're going to go for our goals, because tomorrow is not promised. And so during that recovery year, we traveled the world. We went to Paris, we went to London, we went to, where did we go? Super Bowl. We went to Colorado, Kentucky Derby. Yeah. We did a lot of things because we really, really wanted to live our best lives. And so once the dust settled, we sat down and we said, you know, let's put a plan together, and let's take Mad Dad Sauces and Seasoning to the next level. And so that's how Mad Dad's Phillies.
So Mad Dad Phillies was birthed back in about 11 months ago.
Yes.
In November. We started in a cloud kitchen, a ghost kitchen down in Buckhead. That was our original first place.
First location.
So this is our second location. It opened up 5 months ago. We're going on to our third location real soon, to Roswell, in Roswell Junction in Roswell, Georgia. The second location is here in actually off of Mortar Avenue.
Why is the dad so mad? Like, where did the name come from? Like, why Mad Dad?
I'll let my wife explain that, because you know.
Well, yeah, it was my idea, you know. He is a father. He's very creative in the kitchen, and he was always going in the kitchen just mad, putting things together. Like we would have nothing in the refrigerator, and I'm like, babe, I'm hungry. And the next thing you know, he's coming out with a full meal, you know. And so it's a combination of things. It's about his ability to go in the kitchen and make things together out of nothing, and it's also about turning his pain into passion, because he had a really, really traumatic childhood. And I'll tell you, want to talk more about your childhood?
Yeah, my childhood, I grew up in North Philadelphia, off of Broad Street, went to Strawberry Mansion High School, went to Simon Gratz High School. My brother was a drug dealer, my sister was on crack, so I had to identify his body. He got murdered. I was young, I'm probably about 13 years old. It was very traumatic for me, and it really had me kind of messed up in my head. You know, I was abandoned in the inner city as a kid growing up in the ghetto, so I told myself I'm gonna make it out of the ghetto, make myself become more successful. So I went to culinary school. I worked with certified master chef. I was on the Food Network. I did a lot of different things, and I decided to just focus on my craft. You know, so that's how Mad Dad also got started. Pretty much that's what happened, basically. Well, we source our ingredients for local vendors here in Atlanta. We also get product from Philadelphia. Like, for instance, our Amoroso rolls are shipped in twice a week. That's how, you think about cheesesteak, that's how cheesesteak became famous. It's about the Amoroso rolls, about the canvas, it's about the Italian rolls. So if you ain't got an Amoroso roll, it ain't no cheesesteak. And also, we focus on grass-fed steak. You know, we focus on wild-caught salmon, halal chicken. We focus on fresh herb blends. We make our own seasoning. We make our own sauces from scratch. We have a blueberry sriracha sauce. We have the honey garlic ginger sauce. So we always try to focus on the food, because, you know, food brings people together, makes people happy. You know, it's important out here, people spending their hard-earned money on great products. So we want to make sure that we source the right products. So that's important to us. Well, being in Atlanta, when I first came here, I couldn't find a cheesesteak. So I had to create, I said, I gotta get a Philly cheesesteak. I couldn't find a product nowhere in Atlanta. So I just kind of sourced my cheesesteak ingredients from City of Brotherly Love. And I focus on the product itself and the brand itself. I focus on myself, perfecting myself as a chef first, and just kind of focus on the client. You know, a lot of times customer service is great. You know, I want to make sure the food is great too. So people are coming back once, twice, 3 times. They're bringing their friends and family. You know, there's a lot of cheesesteak shops in Philadelphia. Probably maybe over 3,500 to maybe 4,000 cheesesteak shops in Atlanta. I mean, in Philly, but Atlanta is not that many cheesesteak shops. So I feel as though my brand is pretty good. Well, those names come from my childhood upbringing. You think of Strawberry Mansion, that's the neighborhood I grew up in, Huntington Parkway, Strawberry Mansion High School area. You think of the Penn Relays in the summertime, it's track and field is real big in Philly. So you think of the Penn Relays, a turkey sandwich is cold, it's a cold cut. And then we also have the Simon Gratz, which is a vegan plant-based. You know, we have the vegan plant-based chicken made out of wheat glutens, 100% plant-based. So these names represent the city. You know, the Liberty Bell, the Black Mama. You think about Kobe Bryant. So the names are homage to our city. A lot of people from Philly come in and say, "Oh, I know what Strawberry Mansion is at. I know where this area is at." So it helps them connect to their home, basically.
Yeah, so we're super mad about community organization, community involvement. I have a master's degree in social work, a concentration in community organization. So, you know, giving back to community is very important to me. And I knew that when we started this business, I really wanted to make sure that we had our tentacles in the ground. And so we have 2 major initiatives that we have at Mad Dad's Phillies. One is called Mad Dad's Phillies Cares. And it's a huge umbrella where we are able to work with a number of nonprofits where we expound on their mission through food, right? So we figure out whatever they're doing, we really want to be able to express their mission through food. And then we have another initiative called Mad Dad's Phillies x Motorsports, and that's more on the creative side. So in Philadelphia, they're really known for their motorbikes and things like that. And so with Mad Dad's Phillies x Motorsports, it allows us the opportunity to be fun and to really express diversity in the motorsports industry. And so we've had one of our first initiatives here where we had over almost 100 slingshots that came through, women that came through all-female slingshot ride here at Halladome Eatery. And we're going to be working some other things in the community. We sponsored, you know, the first female drag racer out in California. And so we're excited about all the things that we're doing in the community. Next for Mad Dads, we've got a lot of exciting things that's coming up. More importantly, we are going to be expanding. Short term, we've got Roswell opening up, and we're looking at a few more locations in the area, but we've got some really exciting opportunities that have been presented to our way, and we could not have done this without our customer support, our initial customers who came to see us in a cloud kitchen that supported us from day one. Thank you guys so much for all the bloggers that came out that were working with us. You know, we had a very limited budget because we took everything that we had and we poured it into Mad Dads, and that was just 10 months ago. And without any corporate sponsors or anything like that, we've moved on and grown to our 3rd location. We could have not done that without the early support of our friends, our family, and the food bloggers that came out to support us. So thank you all. You know who you are, but in the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to see some amazing things from us.
All right, we got a lot coming up.
A lot coming up. We can't really talk about it right now.
Talk about it right now.
But good stuff.
Well, the best part being business spouse, they know you better than you know yourself. You kind of balance each other out. You know, the yin and the yang. You know, I enjoy being in business with my wife. You know, she's very good at keeping me tempered, balanced. You know, not being so mad sometimes. You know, those Mad Dads. So I thank God for her. You know, I pray for her daily. We pray together.
Every morning.
Communicate real well. So that's why I enjoy working with my wife, believe it or not.
Yeah, I would say that working with your spouse can have this challenge because you're together all the time, so you don't know when to turn off business. So even when you're home, you're like talking about business. It's like you're always on business. But the great thing about it is this is such an exciting time for us. Like building something together new, it's like planting a seed and see it grow. It's like so amazing. Like it's been wonderful, like to see the growth in such a short amount of time. And to me, it really helps us to challenge each other in different ways, and grow in areas and ways that we didn't even see. So it's a blessing for us.
Swap roles for a day. Based on like,
No.
you focus on in the business, what you focus on in the business. Who would be really excited? What would you be most excited about?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So I want them to know the question. So the question is, if we could swap roles for the day in business.
It would never get nothing done computer-wise, and we'll have a bunch of one-star complaints on the food because she can't cook.
Okay, first of all, I can cook, but I cannot cook a cheesesteak. But you know what? We are going to work on that. We are going to work on that. You're going to get me on camera. I'm going to learn how to cook a cheesesteak. Okay, I promise. But if I learn how to cook a cheesesteak, he's got to do the back of the house stuff. He's got to learn the computer because he doesn't know anything about computers.
Paperwork a little bit. I make him think I don't know, but I know. I used to be an assistant general manager, so. So we'd like to thank y'all.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your
coming
support.
out, seeing us, support.
Yes.
Come see us at our locations in Buckhead.
Yes.
Our locations are off of Moreland Avenue at Holiday Eatery, and our locations in Roswell.
Yes.
So we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We pray for you guys. We bless you guys. Bye-bye.